G'day, g'day. It is Seki7. I wanted to do a tier list video for Ken's Chaos Draft League. The season is over, but there is still more Chaos stuff coming out soon. I believe there's a Mega Draft Global Tournament coming out soon. I wanted to make a tier list video on it because I thought it was really interesting. Very different way you had to play Chaos mode compared to other chaos modes, I guess, like the original where you made your own deck, whatever. Drafting, completely different story. You kind of have to know a lot about what you're picking and what's going on. And I finished top 1000. So I think I know a little bit about what I'm doing. I certainly learned a lot pushing up. I ended on about, I think it was 3,000 something trophies, but it was definitely really fun, honestly, and I really wanted to make a tier list video on it because I thought it could be good, and it's interesting. I think Chaos is a great game mode, and I would love to see more of it in the future. I think this Mega Draft one will be very interesting, and I think there's new modifiers coming out soon. I know there's like mini P.E.K.K.A and bats and stuff. Sneak peeks from, I believe there's friendly battles currently out now. I'm not too sure. Anyway, I wanted to start off. I had to edit this tier list strangely anyway. Here we are starting with Zap. Now, Zap is nothing crazy. It's not the best pick in the world, honestly. With Chaos, you're really worrying about stacking and like troop stacking and building stacking, and Zap's good for cycle. It's not going to handle anything like a Goblin Demolisher in the back or anything, you know what I mean? Unless you have another big spell, which you can never guarantee. So honestly, Zap is not the best pick. The yellow modifier with the lightning isn't bad. Same with the chain Zap. It's not terrible. It's just not your first choice. I would put that in C tier for sure. Now, Knight is honestly, seriously, I would say he's pretty good. You've got 3 good modifiers. The stun attack is definitely a good counter pick modifier. If they've got like a Mega Knight or P.E.K.K.A, it just shuts down. Even Golem as well, it just shuts that down completely. Spawning Mega Knight is always good because it's just a cheap Mega Knight. Even the blue modifier is really great for stacking early game. Like if you get that first pick, that's pretty good. I would say Knight is a very good pick. Arrows, same with Zap. It's nothing crazy. It's not really handling all that much. I would say it's a bit better than Zap though, because it does kill things like Dart Goblins, Princesses, Firecrackers, especially Dart Goblin Drill is definitely something you've got to worry about early game. That I have a lot to say about Goblin Drill. Anyway, I would say Arrows is a pretty good pick. Even the Archer Queen can be good for finishing games. It's a good pick. It's not the best pick, so I'll put it in B tier. Honestly, I think B tier is good for that. Tesla, I think it's nothing crazy. It can be really good. It's not the best pick. Certain situations it does shut everything down, like you've got the stun one against golems and stuff, but usually there's responses for it. It's not the best thing in the world. I'll put it in C tier. Even spawning Goblinstein, it's not, there's just better stuff you'd want to be picking. Mortar can be amazing. I think it's pretty good. Mortar. Barbarian Launcher can win you games in single for sure. Invisible Mortar can be alright sometimes. I mean, late game, if it's an epic modifier, it's only really being used late game. Invisible Mortar isn't doing much. Like it's probably not going to be hitting the towers at all. 100% hit speed. I think it's 200% hit speed. Nothing crazy either. I would say it's not a terrible pick. It can be really good if you get Barbarian Launcher, but if you're relying on one modifier, it's usually not the best pick, so I would put that in C tier there. Like, Yeah, it's probably on par with Zap and stuff. It's all right. It's not a hindrance, but there's better stuff to pick. I don't know why Barbarians is here. I'll have to chuck that down the bottom. That's not in the game mode. Gravestone. Now, when I first started Chaos Draft, even just any Chaos game mode, I used to put this in my deck all the time. I thought Tombstone Guards was like the best thing you can get. Even the Wall Breakers, even the double Skellies, all three modifiers were great. If you don't know what you're doing with Chaos, honestly, endgame, it really depends on your opponent. I feel like it's honestly situational. It is really good though. The Wall Breakers can be crazy pressure. It's not an all-rounder, like it's always going to be good kind of card. It can be definitely a big thing you got to worry about is Mother Witch, because Mother Witch can win games like off rip if you get double hogs or something. I feel like it's nothing crazy. It can be really good against. See, I was going to say E-Barbs. You can literally lose a game from the E-Barb leveling up. It's good. It's nothing crazy. The Guards one can be really good sometimes. It's not the craziest pick in the world. It can be really good against early game pressure though. I would give that a B tier, honestly. There's nothing wrong with Tombstone. You just got to know when to play it, really. Like if they've got a Mother Witch, don't play it again. Just, yeah. Musketeer, you kind of always want to pick it. Anything that has crazy range, like Goblin Demolisher, you kind of always want to be picking that. Her other modifiers aren't anything crazy. I guess the spread shot's nice at the start as a good counter pick. The 2 elite musketeers, nothing crazy. For the range alone, you kind of do want it pretty much all the time. It's not as good as Goblin Demolisher, but she's still like range is range. Like she does get countered by Big Spell. I feel like she gets countered a bit better than Goblin Demolisher. But I would pick Musketeer if she comes up most of the time. Valkyrie is a tough one. She grew on me a little bit. I used, because of her, what was it, the axe throwing one. Honestly, nothing crazy. I seriously don't. She's not the best pick in the world. Axe throwing can be really good early game, but like, I think it's only single target. It's nothing crazy. I'll put her in C tier there. Fireball, you want to be picking Fireball. I think every single Fireball modifier is really good to have, especially the Tornado one. Even the Fireball Shower is like one of the best damaging things you can get. Like it will one-shot. I think it one-shots Inferno Dragons and stuff. Definitely S tier. Like you will want to pick Fireball for sure. Goblin Heart. Party Heart can be really great. It is really great. Think about it. For Alexa, you get an X-Bow, plus you get the all like goblins and the Goblin Brawl at the end. It can be a huge threat. It can seriously overwhelm at the start. Goblin Demolishers as well is really good. It's a solid pick. Really, yeah, at the end of the day, it's a solid pick. I think you can't really go wrong. I would say it's a good pick. I would give that an A tier. Not much to say there, really. Party Heart's just good. Giant, honestly, is a tough one as well. What the heck? 300% movement speed can just overwhelm at the start. Like, I think in Chaos, really, if you can get a tower in single, you've won. Most of the time. And then you just need to focus on defense. Most of the time, you've just won. So something like that is really good. Even charging Giant can take people way off guard. Like Inferno Dragon can't do anything against that. Giant Barrel as well can seriously help you out late game as well. That can just like destroy tons of stuff. I think it's close to one-shotting a Ram Rider, if I can recall. Like it'll one-shot all like fireballs and things. If you're getting overwhelmed at the end, that's like great. Giant, honestly, good pick. Yeah, I think Giant's a pretty safe pick. I would go Giant. Wizard as well. Now, all three wizard modifiers are pretty bloody good, I would say. Fireball, you can just win off that. Wizardry, I think, is really underrated as well. That can, you just get a ton of Alexa on the board. You get like, what, 13 Alexa on the board for 5 Alexa. Like, that's pretty good. That can be really overwhelming, especially if they don't have a big spell, which often happens in this. It's really good for troop stacking. I would definitely give Wizard probably an A tier for sure. Obviously, it gets countered by like deflecting troops, Ronin, Golem, but most of the time you're really well off with a Wizard. Inferno Tower, honestly, sleeper pick as well. It can be a game. It can save you games if you get starting handed. Like if they get like something stupid at the very start, and you've got an Inferno Tower, especially if you get the blue modifier. Literally any of the modifiers are really good. It can save you the game. It can prolong your game, and you can like actually come back. The purple one is really underrated as well, spamming at the bridge, because any of them really. The rare one and the purple one, I think, are really great for spamming at the bridge. I've won games of just like stacking up the max beam on the bridge, or like just like straight in front of your tower that's low. Archer Queen arrows just dies instantly to it. Anything at the bridge will die instantly to that. It's really underrated, I think, in that aspect. It can save you games. I think, honestly, Inferno Tower is a really great pick, especially like all these tanks as well. You know, Golem. I think you're really well off picking an Inferno. Now, Rocket as well can be a game changer too. Sometimes it doesn't do anything, which is just going to happen in draft, but the Rocket Shower does probably the most damage of anything, I think, in the game. Party Rocket can also save you games as well. Bouncing Rocket's nothing crazy. It's not the craziest pick. It can be really good, but you're only really looking late game for Rocket, because like Party Rocket's only doing stuff late game. Yeah, both of them really are. I would say B tier. It's nothing crazy. It can be really good, but it's nothing crazy. Barbarian Hut, honestly, tough one as well. Since the E-Barb's nerf for it, it's obviously not going to be like game winning, but even as a starting pick with the spawn time buff, it can be really good. It's just great distraction building. Like, it will just help you survive in the early stage of the game, especially if you get out drafted or whatever. Mini Mega Knights can be amazing as well. They can overwhelm, they can just win the game. Barb Heart, most of the time I'm picking Barb Heart, honestly. I would give that an A tier. Rage, no modifiers. You would want to pick it anyway. I feel like it can seriously, it can aim in the game really for Chaos Draft is taking a Terran single, right? Draft can help, Rage can help you do that. Like, if you get, say, like a Fireball Wizard raged, or like a Ram Rider or something, so anything really good like E-Barbs, whatever, if you're raging good troops, you can usually take the tower. I don't know. It's good support. You don't really need to be picking modifiers for it. I think it's just great. It's good cycle as well. Cycle is really important in Chaos also. So I would give that, I'll give it an A tier as well. It's usually, I'd give it a B tier. You're pretty safe picking it. There's obviously better stuff, but yeah, it's a safe pick. It's nothing crazy. You don't really need the modifiers for it. They're not the best. I guess Super Rage can be really good. Honestly, dependent. It's not high priority. I'll give it that. Skeleton Army, S tier. Pick it. If you get paratroopers, it's over. Especially if you're smart with how you play it. Obviously they can counter it with like Fireball, Fireball Wizard, Fireball Baby Dragon, whatever. It will just win the game, offer it usually. I can't believe it's a rare modifier, honestly. The other ones are really good too. Honestly, Infinite Skeleton Army can be a hindrance as well. look, you just want to pick it. If there's a chance you get paratroopers, you win. So that's it. Same with Goblin Barrel. Impact damage can be amazing. I've actually counterpicked using Goblin Barrel. I've grabbed the impact damage to counter the paratrooper army, and it actually worked wonders, that was a great game, I remember. Goblin Brawlers obviously win the game. Double Barrel is nothing crazy. It's mainly the two. If there's two good modifiers, like an early game one, which is good for Goblin Barrel, like that'll help you counter, a Demolisher, a Musketeer, like any crazy stuff. Honestly, just having a guaranteed big spell or more big spells is better most of the time. Baby Dragon, honestly, rare and purple modifiers, amazing. You will want Baby Dragon, I feel like, most of the time. Fireball attacks can just be overwhelming, especially because it's an air troop. Like, not everything's attacking it. It's hard to tank like stuff for it. Even the purple one has grown on me a lot. I used to think it wasn't anything crazy, but the egg tanks an infinite amount and out pops, it's just a lot of distraction for Alexa, which is really good. The Evo Drags usually won't do anything, but they can. But it's just a lot of distraction, which is great late game. Which I used to think was S tier. Spawn Guards was like, I was always like, yep, you just win off that. People know a bit more what they're doing now. Like, obviously, if they don't have a big spell, then they're stuffed. But even so, which is really good. 100% spawn speed can be amazing as well. That can be really overwhelming at the start. She's a solid pick. She's nothing crazy. She can help you counter against like E-bars and stuff. Like, she'll just do normal witch stuff. Not the best pick. Like, she'll get easily countered by like a wizard, or she'll get countered by plenty of things that. So when you think about it, stuff in S tier, right? Your opponent, you will assume, will always pick this stuff, right? Which gets countered by that stuff, like Goblin Demolisher, E-Wiz, stuff like that. So she's not the best pick in the world. Honestly, she's not terrible, but on occasion can be a hindrance. Not a hindrance, but nothing special. Expo is also a tough one. Sparky shots, insane, 50% range, can win games at the start. Piercing ones is not good. Two reliable modifiers that do really well. Can be hit or miss, I guess, with the range. Honestly, it depends on what your opponent's got. But Sparky darts, it's really good, I think, overall. I think Expo is a really solid pick. It's not like, pick it straight away. You could argue that with the 50% range, it can win games. Honestly, anything that can have an instant win, I would say, put in S tier. P.E.K.K.A, it's all right. It's not top priority. 3 mini P.E.K.K.As can be really good. Split at the back. It can overwhelm depending on what your opponent's got. Move speed, nothing crazy. The deploy anywhere can be really great. A lot of end games, it's not going to work very well though. Your opponent will have stuff to counter that. It's not the craziest pick in the world. I would put it next to Witch, honestly. I used to think they were great, these two, but nothing crazy. Golem, S tier. I don't even have to talk about that. Plus for Alexa on defeat. If you're really good, you can just cycle and just straight up just win. Off rip. Double Golem. Yep, off rip, you win. Reflection Golem, you win. There's nothing else to say about that. It's like the number one priority. There's games where I've not picked Golem. I've severely regretted it. Same with Skami. Golem is definitely up there. You want to be picking Golem. Royal Giant is a tough one. The range can be great. It's not the highest damage in the world. He's relatively frail for a tank. Most of the time his other stuff isn't doing, like the splash damage and the hull is usually not doing anything. I wouldn't I wouldn't pick Royal Giant. It's not a reliable pick. Honestly, it's a hindrance. 6 Alexa is a lot. Like, you don't want that. I would not pick Royal Giant often. 3M, I would honestly pick most of the time. The only thing that brings them down is the scariness of Ronin and Gollum, which, that's just going to be a risk anyway. 4 Musketeers, you can win off rip. Spawn Mini Musketeers on defeat, you can absolutely win off that. That can also destroy you if they do have the Reflection Golem, because you just lose from that, because they turn into Mini Musketeers. Obviously, Fringe Case, that's not something to be talking about. I think I'm biased because I've had that happen to me a few times. They're a really solid pick. I would honestly pick them probably most of the time. 4 Musketeers can be insane, especially if they don't have a big spell. That's tough. I think they're really high A tier. Next to Knight, I would say, yeah. Dark Prince, not the best pick. The Swarm Bats can be like alright, but that's endgame. There's better epic modifiers. He's not crazy. I would put him next to Valkyrie, honestly. Poison, definitely a first pick. You want Poison. Poison and Fireball help you against all the BS. You just want big spells, even if that's not Rocket. These are probably the 2 best spells you can go for. You've got Infinite Poison, which just shuts down a lane. You've got Increasing Poison, which just kills everything. Even the slowdown one is more valuable than I think. If nothing else, you can pick that one. That will save you against like Sparkies and even just winning bridge battles. Honestly, I feel like that's really, Poison's invaluable. Like, you really, really want that. Princess has also grown on me a little bit. The range can be good. She can just be a nuisance if you don't have a good spell to counter her, which can often happen in draft. The hit speed one can be really great as well. Not the best pick in the world, but she's not terrible. I'll put her high C tier. She's not the best, but she can be alright. She's really situational. Ice Wizard as well. Tough one there, because obviously freeze attacks can be great. He also gets one shot by Fireball. Not usually anything crazy. Like, if it's only got a good epic modifier, and that's like its best modifier, not the best pick. I would put that probably high C tier next to Princess. Like, he's not terrible. He's got one good modifier, but it's not a reliable modifier that you can get. You know what I mean? There's better epic ones to get. Furnace used to be busted. Honestly, all 3 Furnace ones can be great. I used to think the like not moving Furnace was shocking, but it actually is not terrible, because once you realize how good stacking is in the back, if they don't have a big spell, like, anything that can allow you to stack is ideal. Furnace is a great pick. I would put him high A tier, probably next to Musketeer. Can be really great on defense. Even the 100% range can give you really good early chip damage, which you do want. Honestly, Furnace is really great. I would say Furnace is pretty great. Lava Hound is a tough one. The blue and rare modifiers are not, like, they're really good. The blue one can win you a tower at the very start. Like, it can put a lot of pressure at the start, which is great. Otherwise, he's a hindrance in your deck because he's 7 Alexa. Like, that's not, or she. That's not what you want. The other modifiers aren't great. Like, the continuous lava pups is not good. 6 Fire Spirits on defeat can be alright. The blue modifier is amazing at the start, and that's kind of it. So I would definitely put lava down the bottom. Like, start of the game can be awesome with that hit speed, but once you get further into the match, you're just not reaching the tower with that. Yeah, I think B tier is appropriate for the Lava Hound. Ice Spirit is a tough one. Any cycle card is amazing in Chaos because you're just cycling faster to your good modifiers. There's no real good Ice Spirit modifiers. You can make an argument for the blue one, more distraction, but it's not. There's better stuff. Good for cycle though. Tough one. If there's better stuff, you want to grab it, but if nothing else, like if it was a choice between a princess and an Ice Spirit, you want to pick the Ice Spirit. So I'll put that in low B tier. Purely for cycle. Same with Rage. They are, yeah, I would put Ice Spirit there. That's appropriate. Now, Log is a tough one. The epic one can win you the game. Otherwise, the other ones are terrible. And, it counters Princess, Dark Goblins, which is pretty good. It's not the best thing in the world. It's not the worst. Obviously, epic modifier, like, come on. That's just so much pressure for 2 Alexa. You will not reliably get that, which does hinder it a little bit. I would say it's a good pick most of the time. Oh, nah, not really. Oh, that's a tough one. That's seriously a tough one. Low B tier, honestly. Epic one's great to get. You're not going to always get it, though. I just realised Royal Ghost is in here. That is not in this game mode. Inferno Dragon. Now, the blue and rare modifiers can be amazing for counterpicking. The increased attack speed on the blue one can win you the game at the start. It can save you from crazy modifiers. The range one is actually really underrated. You do not expect it to be able to reach what it can. It basically hits the tower from the bridge close to, it just gets in range and then it starts doing it, which can take people off guard. Obviously, just like Inferno Tower, it's great for countering things like Golem and stuff. It's a pretty good pick. It's nothing special. It's tough. With a Rune Giant, amazing, even just in base clash. Increased attack speed. The first 2 modifiers are reliably good. That's why I think you can definitely be safe picking it. If it's got 2 good starting modifiers, then I would say pick it. I would put that high A tier for sure. Probably over Mask, honestly. Graveyard, pick it every time. Guards win the game. Any skeleton troop win the game. Most of the time. Just a really great. If you get guards, you can win off rip. Not much to say there, really. It's just a really good pick. E-barbs aren't. They're a hard one. They can be great. Obviously, lots of cards here can be great in niche situations, but E-barbs I don't think are that reliable. Rage Tip Spears can be great. I think your best with that, you'd be splitting it at the back like they do in base row, which I didn't actually do much of, which looking back I could have done. I used to pick towards the end of the season when I was pushing up, I was picking E-barbs a lot. I don't think they're that good. Even the epic modifier is nothing crazy. It can be really great, don't get me wrong, but there's better stuff. And it can get countered pretty easy by your wizards and stuff. It's a good pick. I would put that high B tier. It can be a good counter pick for stuff, but you've got lots of things running around that will counter them. Not the best pick, honestly. I'd put them low B tier, actually. E-Wiz. Rare and epic modifiers can be amazing. They can win you the game. Well, they will, usually. The lightning one's amazing. It's just overwhelming. Chain attacks, obviously, not as broken as it used to be, but still really great. Honestly, I would pick it pretty much every time. Sometimes, if your opponent's smart, they can kind of play around it. They'll save their big spell for it, whatever. Still, just the threat of it for 4 Alexa, amazing. Dart Goblin's no good, honestly. Spiky Darts is terrible. Like it's good, you know, sometimes, but you know, if your opponent's got arrows, and usually it's the hard thing is because its first hit speed is like so slow, it will usually die before it gets much done. It's a hard one. The other modifiers aren't great either. I'm sure you can get more use cases for the hit speed and the magic archer darts, but nah, it's not the best. I would put that low C tier, honestly. Same with Executioner. Tornado Axe can be amazing. 4 axes as well. Really depends, but usually it's not you're not reliably getting a rare or a epic modifier, so I would probably put XE B tier. It can be good against different things, like, you know, it will counter a wizard like behind a push, you know what I mean? It's got good health, so it does actually survive stuff. It's not the best pick in the world, it's not the worst either. Heal Spirit, same case with Ice Spirit, amazing cycle potential. Not the best modifiers in the world. If you get the epic one, obviously great, but there's better epic ones around. Place Anywhere is just a waste. Never ever get that, especially like I remember picking it one time. I just instantly regretted it. It's like it just does nothing. You would never want to place it on the other side of the map. But for cycle and defense, like if you've got E-barbs on a golem, you chuck the heal spirit on it, you know, helps them survive with poison, whatever, stuff like that. Same reason for Ice Spirit there, good for cycle. And can support your good modifiers as well. Now, Bandit is really hit or miss, definitely a niche pick. Not amazing, not the worst either. The chain attacks can be good pressure, but most of the time that's not really happening. There was a match I had where it was detrimental that the Bandit was not one-shotting Mother Witch pigs, which, you know, completely stopped the chain. It just made it a waste of a pick. The purple one can be great, can be very easily countered too. Like, increased dash distance can be alright early game, but eventually your opponent's just going to have more stuff on the board. It's not going to do much. Not a great pick, honestly. I used to pick her a lot, but I wouldn't say she's very good. Now, Night Witch, epic one can win you the game. That's a lot of these cards. The epic one can literally win you the game. It can also lose you the game if they have a Mother Witch, obviously. Evo Bats, nothing crazy, but you're mainly relying on the epic one. That's the only really good one. For that, she's not that reliable, but she's still a good pick a lot of the time. I would definitely put her high B tier. Just for that epic modifier, you will want that a lot of the time. Yeah, literally just wins you the game. Not a terrible pick. Skeleton Barrel, S tier. That's probably right next to Golem, I would say. Giant Skeleton Bloom wins you the game. Insane pressure with the epic one. Really good pressure with the blue one. Those modifiers are great. Giant Skeleton Bloom, so overwhelming. Like literally 3 Alexa for 6 Alexa on your tower. Come on now. Just insane. 9 Alexa if you count the other skellies as well. Yeah, amazing pick. You always want that. You see that, you're always wanting to grab it. Flying Machine, honestly, is a sleeper pick. Now, it only occurred to me very, very, very late into the season. I think I only just got to top 1K where I was like, wow, Flying Machine does actually win you games. I was always never picking it because like the modifiers, I was like, oh, it's never any good. Think about it. Very limited big spells. If you have Fireball or Poison, most of the time the opponent, like obviously draft, you're not always going to have a big spell, right? Flying Machine thrives off that. All the modifiers, except the Goblin one, The 100% hit speed, it's a sleeper pick. Like that at the bridge, if they can't do anything about it, they have to overspend for it. Definitely a very underrated pick. Very similar to, I would say, Inferno Dragon and Inferno. Obviously not game, like it can be game winning. It's a game winning support, I would say, which makes it a hard pick. It will do you well pretty much all the time. It's something you will always need to big spell, right? And that's ideal because if you have something like a E-Wiz or a Muskie or a Wizard, you don't want your opponent to be big spelling that. But you will often, for that reason, for that utility, I would say it's a really good pick. Just big spell bait, because you need to answer that, especially the 100% hit speed and the Inferno attack. Inferno attack can win you the game. That takes a tower really quick. Honestly, sleeper pick. That one's really good. Fly Machine, reliable. Mega Knight, unlimited jumping attacks can win you the game. Blue one's nothing crazy. Epic one, insane counter pick as well. I would put this in high A tier. The unlimited jump, well, for the unlimited jump attacks, you'll want to pick this most of the time. There's just no way to answer that. Obviously, Inferno, which is why I love the Inferno, will destroy busted tanks. But yeah, Mega Knight for the rare modifier, definitely. And Epic One is an amazing counter pick that will just nullify so many broken things and great pressure. Now, Zappies. Similar to Flying Machine in the big spell bait. Splitting Sparky, the mini Sparkies at the back, insane, that can overwhelm. Increased attack speed can also be really good early game. Even 5 Zappies can be great. Really good spell bait. Pretty reliable card. Really good for defense as well. That can lock, the 100% hit speed can just lock stuff in place. Like, you're especially wanting that for things like really big early game threats like the Giant and the Golem. I would put them high A tier. They are definitely reliable and good big spell bait, which makes them even better. Bar Barrel. Sleeper pick as well, right alongside Fly Machine, definitely going in S tier. Epic one, overwhelming. You've got, is it 6 bar barrels? That's 12 Alexa for 2. Straight onto the tower. That's insane chip damage. Like, you're wanting to preserve your HP as much as possible late game, which is that epic modifier. It's just stupid pressure. Like, bar barrels amazing. The 3 barrels can also do amazing in countering, wizards and stuff. Seriously good pick. Like, even witch guards and stuff, like, that's basically another big spell. Even the long range one I've seen people use as tower chip, because that's just it instantly goes on the tower. They always have to kind of respond to that. Otherwise it's good damage. Cheap, good cycle, like great cycle, really good modifiers, definitely S tier, I would say. You would want it by barrel a lot of the time. Now, Hunter, not the best, honestly. Flamethrower attack can be alright, but short range is detrimental here. None of the other modifiers are that good. Like 100% shot range, like he's not actually standing back and shooting from further. The bullets just go further. The bush one can be good. Late game, things are just stacking on the board, so it's not that good. It just becomes a hindrance, really. Not the best pick in the world. I would put Hunter down here. Obviously good counter pick for things like Golem and whatever, but these aren't game-winning modifiers, so it's like, it's not the best. Honestly, I would put him in D tier next to Royal Giant, because just not reliable. Like, there's just better stuff. It's better to see your opponent have a Hunter. Like, if it was me or you that had the Hunter, I'd want it to be you. You know what I mean? Rascals. Seriously solid pick. Boss Bandit one's amazing. The Giant Rascal as well. Even the Rascal Girls, really good. All 3 modifiers are really good. That immediately puts it in an S tier. if it's as a pick, if there's always going to be good options, you'll want it. Not much to say there, really. The Giant Rascal, really underrated as well. That can just clear out lanes as well. There's so much damage as well. Actual crazy. Really good pressure there. Yeah, seriously good pick. I would put that S tier. Snowball, it's not doing it for me, honestly. Epic Snowball, it's not doing much. Just delays the inevitable. Better epic picks. The rare one, I think the rare one's the increased slow duration. No. Or the pushback, actually. No, that's not good. Increased slow, also not good. The one saving grace it has is that it's a spell and it's cycle at 2 Alexa, but it's not the best pick in the world. Like, yeah, it's usually not. Like, especially late game, it's not doing much at all. Royal Hogs, all 3 modifiers are great. They can be really easily countered. Late game, they're not doing much. For the most part, like the archers just melt stuff for whatever reason. Like, well, there's actually 4 archers, but like you get that mid game, amazing. Early game as well. Even the exploding hogs do crazy damage, but it's 5 Alexa. It's funny, Royal Hogs, because on paper the modifiers are amazing, but I feel like they are pretty easy to counter in Chaos. Like, there's a lot of splash. They are a really good pick though. Genuinely tough one. I would put them below A tier. Like, they're a great pick. The archers can solo. Like, honestly, amazing modifiers, but can be countered really easily. Goblin Giant. The 100% spear range at the start can win you the game. Takes a tower. The other ones... even the Giant Goblin actually is really good. It does crazy damage, crazy speed. Really underrated, honestly. It's better now that it is building targeting. It used to not be. Sparky Goblins can be great. Good pressure. They're really, really slow. Same deal with the Dark Goblin there. But a pretty solid pick. Otherwise, if you don't get a modifier for the Goblin Giant, it can be detrimental because 6 Alexa, like, you just don't want that clogging up your deck. You need a modifier for the Goblin Giant. For that, I'll put him in high B tier as well. You really need a modifier with him. Ram Rider. The Hunter Net and the Battle Ram abilities. Great. Lots of things can counter it though. Situational. Can win your game. It's a shame because older cards are like that, but it will not consistently win you the game. I feel like it can be countered pretty often, like something like a 5 wood is just going to melt it. It's not the craziest pick in the world. I'll put that B tier, Ram Rider's B tier. Now, E-Golem is a tough one, actually. I forget what it was. Extra blobs. Getting Alexa on defeat can be amazing. It can be really good to just chuck in. If you're already doing all right, like overwhelming the opponent early game, and you just chuck an E-Golem in there, like opposite lane or same lane, can just win you the game because you need a lot to counter that. You just spread thin for Alexa at the start. And E-Golem does require a big response, especially at the beginning of the game. You don't want to be sacrificing tons of tower health. It's good, not usually game winning. I would put E-Golem probably B tier, maybe high B tier, or probably low B tier. Actually, it's a good pick. On occasion, it's not. There's better stuff. Fisherman, no, you don't want Fisherman. It's just all the modifiers aren't that great. Infinite range one can be good, very, very rarely. So no good. Firecracker honestly is underrated. I feel like the jumping one, if the opponent has no arrows, can be crazy pressure at the start because there's just nowhere to answer it. You literally can't reach it. The other ones though, the split attack one, I will say can be amazing because that gets you really good chip. It does just stupid amounts of damage from really far away. Just for that, honestly, the first two modifiers are good. I would put Firecracker probably in A tier. Always requires a spell, which is great. You want spell bait in this. Great chip. Pairs well with other cards. Rune Giant. Yeah, solid pick. I feel like you can't really go wrong there. Now, Royal Delivery. As a substitute for a big spell, with the place anywhere, okay, it's not doing big spell damage. Usually nothing crazy, like it won't really do much against modded cards. Unfortunately, I mean, the random troop is great because they buffed it. I think it's like guaranteed to be a 5 Alexa or more troop now, which is great. That can be great pressure end game. You can just get, a random ass card in the other lane. It's like, oh, what do I do now? Which it can be stuff like, a giant skelly just running towards a tower. There's a weird thing in Chaos where some troops will just have no spawn timer. I think the Royal Delivery has that. Same with the Skeleton Barrel. Obviously, why it's up there. With the Bomber as well. It's nothing crazy. I would put it low C tier. It's nothing crazy. I don't know why Skeleton Drags is here. I've missed a few cards. Whoops. E-Spirit. Lightning E-Spirit. Great. Sometimes. Endgame though, better stuff. Cycle card, it's good. The 3 E-Spirits is actually a bit better than the Ice Spirits. I would say I'll put that above the Ice Spirit. It's a bit better than Ice Spirit. Cycle is obviously amazing, but there's better picks. It can be really good. Chip damage into different troops and stuff. It's an alright pick. It's nothing crazy. Mother Witch, a lot of the time it's S tier. You get double hogs at the start. You can starting hand the opponent. Literally just for that. Even as counters, even just like not even against skeletons or anything, just amazing pressure. Mother Witch dominates, honestly. Same with the Goblin Drill. Might be rivaling the Skeleton Barrel, honestly. I'll put it just under. Dark Goblins wins you the game at the start. Literally, now in the game, if you get that, just cycle as fast as you can to multiple. Literally melts towers, melts literally everything. No, even if they have spells to counter it, the Dark Goblins are just insane. Even the Infinite Goblins as well. Not as good, obviously, which is funny because it's a better modifier, but like high rarity modifier. The more drills is not terrible, but just for the Dark Goblin, just for the instant win, threatening for the Dark Goblin, you want to pick drill every single time. And that is exactly the same with the Goblin Demolisher. Other modifiers aren't anything crazy, but the 150% range, if you get that at the start, you just win. Nothing much to say there, everyone kind of knows that. Suspicious Bush, Goblin Brawl is insane. Honestly, safe pick a lot of the time. Requires a spell, or you get good damage, which is really valuable in Chaos, I believe. 4 Goblin Brawls, obviously really good. The Vines on spawn, nothing crazy. 4 Brawlers, 4 Bush Goblins, nothing crazy. But just for the threat of Goblin Brawlers and the fact that you can just cycle it all game, even if you don't have mods, it's a cheap card and still applies pressure. Definitely a really good pick. Rune Giant, honestly, same kind of thing. I used to think Rune Giant wasn't a very reliable pick. The 2 Berserkers is amazing. The better buff is amazing. The epic one's nothing crazy, but just as a support card and a good tank for plenty of things like flying machine, like just tons of stuff. Rune Giant is just great to have in the deck. The two Berserkers can be really good in helping you defend, even as just amazing pressure as well. Paired with a Rage, oh, insane. Rune Giant's a really solid pick. You will not go wrong with a Rune Giant. Now, Berserker, tough one. Dash attack can be amazing. You're not going to consistently get the one modifier you want though. Heal is nothing crazy. Speed is nothing crazy. Dash attack is just stupid. I don't know why they decided to... it's just so unpredictable. You never know when she's going to run out of her ability. But just for that, like, she will melt stuff. And you just have to overspend so much. And she just melts. Like, even in base game, Hero Berserk is just stupid. Vines, Infinite Vines locks down a whole lane even better than Poison. It's not doing big spell damage until then, though. The other ones, the Bush Spawn isn't crazy. The big, yep. The Vines increased radius is good, but just for the threat of just for the like chance of Infinite Vines late game, like it's not a hindrance in your deck. It's 3 elixir. That definitely puts it in S tier. You want to pick that a lot of the time. Ronin, same thing. A lot of these cards are S tier. The parry deflection, just stupid. Even the 100% parry increased cooldown, whatever, can be great into lots of things. The rage one as well, I haven't played around with it much. Can be good, but for the deflection, you know, you're countering big spells, you're countering like tons of stuff. Oh, I need to put Wizard up as well. Wizard stupid. Yeah, you'll want that for sure. Like, there's no stopping. Like, Ronin's a really good pick. Anyway, I've droned on for 50 something minutes now. This is my tier list. I would say it's pretty definitive. Honestly, nothing I would move. It feels a bit overinflated with all the cards you would really want. I can probably move some of these down because Rascals isn't game winning. But they are really good picks, so I would put them in S tier, honestly. It's more about the drafting capabilities. So, like, is it a good pick a lot of the time in the draft? Rascals, yes. All of these would be really good picks. Maybe Flying Machine isn't, like, better than, you know, an E-Wizard or something, but still a really, really solid card. And that's that. That is my finished tier list. I hope you enjoyed the video. I would love to hear what other people think of this, and I can't wait to see what's going to happen for the Mega Draft. Anyways, peace.